Yes, beta. Today we are going to start from page 77. We have seen in the earlier part that Peggy and Maddie, they both went to Venda's house just to meet her and feel sorry. And Venda was thinking a lot in her mind while on the way that she would tell her about the contest also that she had won, about the paintings also that she had made very beautiful paintings. And then she would also tell her that she was very smart and no one would make fun of her in the future. And if anyone did, she would protest. She would stand against that, and everyone would be nice to her. We have seen all this, but when they reached to the house, there was no one, and they were not able to meet Venda there. So she was very much repenting for the action which they had done, just hurting her feelings and doing wrong with her. So what happened when they come back? I'm starting from page 77 after question number 4. On Saturday, Maddie spent the afternoon with Peggy. They were writing a letter to Venda Petronsky. So she thought that they are not able to meet, and in this way, she will write a letter to Venda Petronsky and she will feel sorry for that. And she started writing letter, and it was just like a friendly letter. On Saturday, no down, when she wrote the letter, on Saturday, Maddie spent the afternoon with Peggy. They were writing a letter to Venda Petronsky. The both were sitting together on the afternoon of Saturday, and they started writing a letter. It was just a friendly letter telling about the contest and telling Venda she had won. They started just writing like a friendly letter in which they would tell about the contest that she had won. They told her how pretty her drawings were, कि उसके drawings, उसके designs बहुत अच्छे थे. And they asked her if she liked where she was living and if she liked her new teacher. Then they inquired about her new school, new teacher. Note down the construction of the sentences here, beta. They told her how pretty her drawings were, WH question form in the indirect form, reported speech में. And they asked her if she liked where she was living and if she liked her new teacher. Note down the use of conjunction if when the helping verb question was there and it is changed into indirect form with if subject first then verb, sentence change into positive form. So they had meant to say they were sorry. They started writing the letter only with this idea that they would feel sorry, but it ended with their just writing a friendly letter. But they could not write anything, and that letter ended just writing in a friendly letter. जैसे कि हम किसी friend को letter लिखते हैं. It was not apologizing letter. The kind they would have written to any good friend, कि जैसे किसी अच्छे friend को letter लिखी जाती है, they wrote like that, and they signed it with lots of X for the love. That is, they got the signatures of some of the students of the class, lots of signatures to show their feeling of love. They mailed the letter to Boggins Heights, writing, please forward on the envelope. So in this way, they sent the letter to the same previous address that was on the Boggins Heights, writing on the letter, please forward on the envelope, that whosoever will get the letter, that means maybe the postman और द पोस्ट मास्टर, पोस्ट ऑफिस में जो भी जाएगा इस लेटर को लेकर, उनको आगे क्या रिक्वेस्ट करी गई है, दैट इट शुड बी लेटर फॉरवर्डेड टू द न्यू एड्रेस. The days passed and there was no answer, but the letter did not come back. So maybe Venda had received it. Perhaps she was so hurt and angry, she was not going to answer. She could not blame her. Now, see, they kept on waiting for the letter, the reply of that letter which they had written, because they wanted to feel sorry now. Both were repenting now. So many days passed, but there was no answer. The letter did not come back. So maybe Venda had received it. They thought that Venda might have received the letter. Perhaps she was so hurt and angry, she was not going to answer, और उसने answer क्यों नहीं दिया? Because she might be feeling very hurt and angry, कि वो बहुत परेशान, दुखी और गुस्से थी उनके साथ, इस वजह से उसने लेटर का आंसर नहीं दिया. you could not blame her. And they were thinking that they cannot blame her also, कि इसके लिए कोई वो उसको दोष भी नहीं दे सकती क्योंकि ये उनकी ही गलती थी, उन्होंने उसको परेशान किया था, इसलिए शायद वो हर्ट थी, उनसे नाराज थी, जिस वजह से उसने उनके लेटर का भी जवाब नहीं दिया. Weeks went by and still Venda did not answer. Many weeks passed and still there was no answer from Venda's side. Peggy had begun to forget the whole business, and Maddie put herself to sleep at night making speeches about Venda, defending her from great crowds of girls who were trying to tease her with, how many dresses have you got? See, the behavior and the thinking of Peggy and Maddie now, there is a lot of difference in their character. She has stopped thinking. Peggy had begun to forget the whole business, and Maddie put herself to sleep at night making speeches about Venda, trying to tease her with, how many dresses have you got? That means Peggy had stopped thinking about Venda, and whereas Maddie, she was not able to settle down, and she was not able to forget Venda. And what she did, whenever she used to go to bed for sleep, she remembered all the things what happened with Venda, and she thought that she was defending now. जैसे कि सपने में या रात को सोते टाइम उसके सामने वेंडा की तस्वीर आती कि उसको सारी गर्ल्स घेर कर खड़ी हैं और उसको परेशान कर रही हैं, asking those questions, how many dresses have you got? And she found herself defending her. Note down the word defending her from great crowds of girls, कि वो girls की भीड़ जो उसके आसपास खड़ी होती उसका मजाक उड़ाने के लिए या उसके आंसर को सुनने के लिए, वो क्या करती, उनसे सबसे वेंडा को बचाने की कोशिश करती, डिफेंड कर रही उसको, बचाती उनसे. And before Venda could press her lips together in a tight line, the way she did before answering, Maddie would cry out, "Stop." And now, because she had taken this decision that she would not stand by with any injustice, she would protest against it. तो उसके रात रात को जब वो लेटती या उसके नींद में या सपने में उसके सामने वेंडा की ये तस्वीर आती कि गर्ल्स ने उसको घेरा हुआ है, and what behavior she showed at that time, that she had taken the decision now, she was showing her courage now, defending her, and she stopped those girls. Maddie would cry out, चिल्लाते हुए उन girls को कहती, stop. And before Venda answered, just pressing her lips together in a tight line as she used to do, then everybody would feel ashamed the way she used to feel. And then she noticed that all those girls were feeling ashamed as she used to feel at that time, but she could not do anything. At the time she had a fear in her mind that she would lose Peggy's friendship, but now she was not worried. She thought that she would stand against the justice and would not allow anyone to make fun of Veda. So in her dreams she did that work which she thought she could not forget Venda. This shows that she was very much worried about the actions which they have done, and she was not able to forget Venda and the misbehavior which they had done, hurting her feelings. Now it was Christmas time, and there was snow on the ground. Christmas bells and a small tree decorated the classroom. On the last day of the school before the holidays, the teacher showed the class a letter she had received that morning. Now the time was coming of Christmas in the month of December, and there was snow on the ground. Winter season tha, snow thi, or they were decorating their class. Christmas bells were there, small tree was also decorated in the classroom, and it was the last day before the holidays. Winter vacation se pehle last day tha unka class ka, and the teacher showed them, the class, a letter she had received that morning. So again, the teacher got a letter. No one out of these two, Peggy or Maddie, got the answer of that letter. Please note down this. Can be MC question, whether they got the reply of the letter or not, and who got it. Peggy and Maddie both did not get the reply, though they wrote a letter, but the reply came on the name of the teacher. And on the last day of the school, before the holidays of Christmas holidays or the winter vacation, the teacher showed the class a letter which she had received that morning. And she asked the students, see the statement given in the direct form within the inverted commas on the next page. You remember Vanda Petronsky, the gifted little artist who won the drawing contest? Please underline this adjective used by the teacher for her. It can be MCQ's question. What was the adjective used by the teacher for Vanda Petronsky when she received her letter? She just asked the students whether they remembered Vanda Petronsky, who was the gifted little artist and who won the contest. Well, she has written me and I'm glad to know where she lives. The teacher was very happy that she has written a letter to the teacher, and she was happy to know this thing, that uh, where she lives now, because now I can send her medal. The teacher was happy because she wanted to send her medal because she had won the drawing contest and she did not know her whereabouts. From this letter, she came to know about her living place, and she was happy that now she could send her medal. I want to read her letter to you, and she wanted to read the letter for the students कि जो वेंडा पेट्रॉन्स्की ने लेटर लिखी थी वो बच्चों को वो पढ़ के सुनाना चाहती थी. The class sat up with a sudden interest and listened intently because the whole class was feeling sorry now. They all were repenting for the action which was happening with that girl, so they all suddenly got interested and very intently, very carefully they were listening now. Now see the letter written by Vanda to the teacher. What she has written: Dear Miss Mason, how are you? And room 13. First she asked about the teacher and the room 13, that means about her class. Please tell the girls they can keep those 100 dresses because in my new house I have 100 new ones all lined up in my closet. What she has written, she made a request to the teacher that all those 100 dresses can be kept by the girls of the class because in her new house she had got 100 new one dresses which were again lined up in her closet. Properly closet mein set hai. I would like that girl Peggy to have the drawing of the green dress with the red trimmings and her friend Maddie to have the blue ones. Note down the special message given for Peggy and Maddie, that Peggy should have the dress which is green with red trimmings and Maddie should have blue one. Means ये particular dresses उसने लिखा हुआ है कि इन दो girls को दे दी जाए, बाकी सारी dresses बाकी girls को दे दी जाए. For Christmas, I miss that school and my new teacher does not equalize with you. She missed her school, she missed her class, and on the eve or on the occasion of Christmas, she is missing all of them. And she said even appreciated the teacher also. She said कि her new teacher does not equalize with her, means उसके बराबरी नहीं कर सकती, नई teacher जो है उसके बराबर नहीं है. Means she appreciated Miss Mason also. Merry Christmas to you and everybody. And then she wished all of them Happy Christmas. So in this way, nothing wrong is written by Vanda. It does not show anything that she was angry with them, with the class or with those girls. She just told that they could have all the 100 dresses, and a special message was there for Peggy and Maddie, that Peggy should have green dress with red trimmings and Maddie should have blue one. So she told the teacher, she requested the teacher to give these dresses to these girls, and she wished them all about Christmas. Then she, at the end, yours truly, Vanda Petronsky. The letter was written by her only. On the way home from school, Maddie and Peggy held their drawings very carefully. Now the teacher gave those dresses to Maddie and Peggy, which was told by Vanda. And when they were going home, they were taking that drawing very carefully. All the houses had wreaths and holly in the windows. Outside the grocery store, hundreds of Christmas trees were stacked, and in the window, candy, peppermint sticks, and cornucopias of shiny, transparent paper were strung. The air smelled like Christmas, and light shining everywhere reflected different colors on snow. Please note down, this passage is giving you the detailed description of the Christmas celebration in the market, कि जहाँ वो घर जा रही थी जिस रास्ते से, वो रास्ता कैसे डेकोरेट किया गया था. You can be asked in the long question, explain about the Christmas decoration in the school as well as in the streets or in the market or the town where they were on the path where they were from where they were going to their home. So what is given in this passage? They say on the way from home, Maddie and Peggy held their drawings very carefully. All the houses had wreaths and holly in the windows. जितने भी रास्ते में घर थे, उन सारे घरों में डेकोरेशन की गई थी. Wreaths means with the garlands. And holly in the windows, holly is the evergreen leaves with red berries. With red berries. These are the evergreen leaves जो हमेशा green रहती हैं और उनके ऊपर red color की berries लगती हैं. So garlands और red berries के साथ उन्होंने अपने घर की windows को decorate किया हुआ था. Outside the grocery store, then on the way there was grocery store also. और उस ग्रोसरी स्टोर के बाहर क्या उन्होंने देखा, हंड्रेड्स ऑफ क्रिसमस ट्रीज वर स्टैक, बहुत से ट्रीज जो थे डेकोरेट करके वहां लगाए हुए थे. एंड इन द विंडो कैंडी पेपरमेंट स्टिक्स and cornucopias of shiny transparent paper was strung. और peppermint sticks candy की decorate करी हुई थी. Then they had also kept the shiny transparent paper cornucopias, that is decorative containers जो थे उनको भी decorate किए थे, which were full of flowers and fruits. Usually the containers which were full of flowers and fruits उनके साथ decorate करके उन्होंने बच्चों की चीजें जो भी बच्चे क्रिसमस में खरीदते हैं, पेपरमेंट्स, चॉकलेट्स एक्सेट्रा, एवरीथिंग दे हैड डेकोरेटेड द शाइनी ट्रांसपेरेंट पेपर. ट्रांसपेरेंट था जिसमें से कि वो सब चीजें चमकती हुई नजर आ रही थी. द एयर स्मेल्ड लाइक क्रिसमस एंड दे फेल्ट दैट ऑल अराउंड they were having the smell of Christmas. Means हर जगह ऐसे लग रहा था कि लोग क्रिसमस की सेलिब्रेशन के लिए तैयारी कर रहे थे. And light shining everywhere reflected different colors on the snow. Or due to the snow on the ground, different colors with which the things were decorated in the stores on the way, they were shining with the light. Boy, said Peggy, this shows she really likes us. Now think they were looking at the Christmas decoration, but their mind is still towards Vanda. They both were thinking about Vanda only. And एकदम से पैगी उसको एड्रेस कर रही है मैडी को और उसको क्या कहती है, बॉय. दिस शोज फनी इन अ फनी वे, जैसे फ्रेंड्स आपस में कर लेते हैं. शी एड्रेस्ड हर अ बॉय एंड दिस बॉय शी रियली लाइक्स, दिस शोज शी रियली लाइक्स अस. It shows she got our letter, and this is her way of saying that everything is all right, and that is that. She was satisfied with this, with the letter. Listening after the letter, she felt that this shows that she really likes us and she did not have any ill feeling for us. She got the letter, and whatever she has written in her letter, from her way of saying, she understood that everything is all right, and this is all that she has written in her letter. I hope so, said Maddie sadly. But Maddie was not satisfied. She was sad. She was not happy because she wanted to meet her and feel sorry for the actions which they had done, for making fun of her. Because she was very much upset nowadays. She could not concentrate in any work. And now also she was not satisfied with the letter what was written to the teacher. And she says, I hope so that she is all right there. She felt sad because she knew she would never see the little tight lipped polished girl again and could not ever really make things right between them. See the reason why she was sad, why she was not happy even now after getting the letter and after getting the response from Venda that she was all right and she offered them the dresses, both of them, Peggy and Maddie, but she still felt sad because she knew that she would never see the little tight-lipped, polished girl. तो टाइट लिप्ड मीन्स जो कम बोलती थी, लिप्स उसके टाइट होते थे, एंड शी वाज पॉलिश अमेरिकन गर्ल एंड कुड नॉट एवर रियली मेक थिंग्स राइट बिटवीन देम. मेक थिंग्स राइट मीन्स जो गलत हो गया उसको ठीक नहीं कर पाएगी. जो भी उसके साथ उन्होंने गलत करा है उसको को वो वापस ठीक नहीं कर पाएगी. सो शी वाज सैड. उसको लग रहा था कि वो कभी भी उसको मिल नहीं पाएगी और उससे सॉरी नहीं फील कर पाएगी, अपोलोजाइज नहीं कर पाएगी, एंड this will always disturb her. She went home and she pinned her drawing over a torn place in the pink flowered wallpaper in the bedroom. अपने घर जाती है और क्या करती है, उस ड्राइंग को उसके घर में वॉलपेपर, पिंक फ्लावर्स वाला वॉलपेपर लगा हुआ बेडरूम में, वो जहां से फटा हुआ था, ओवर अ टॉर्न प्लेस, जहां पर फटा हुआ था उसने वो ड्राइंग वहां पर लगा दी कि एक तो वो ड्राइंग भी डिस्प्ले हो गई और उसका वो वॉलपेपर जो था फटा हुआ वो भी कवर हो गया. द शेबी रूम केम अलाइव फ्रॉम द ब्रिलियंसी ऑफ द कलर्स. और व्हाट शी फेल्ट कि वो रूम जो कि शेबी था, डर्टी था, कुछ डेकोरेशन नहीं थी उस रूम में, that came alive from the brilliancy of the colors, कि उस ड्राइंग के ब्रिलियंट कलर्स के साथ जैसे कि वो रूम जो था वो अलाइव हो गया, जिंदा हो गया, एकदम उसमें लाइफ आ गई. Maddie sat down on her bed and looked at the drawing. While sitting on the bed, she just looked at the drawing. She had stood by and said nothing, but Vanda had been nice to her anyway. And she again remembered about the actions done by them, that she had stood by, कि वो support करती रही पैगी को, but she did not say anything, but Vanda had been nice to her. लेकिन वेंडा फिर भी उनके लिए अच्छी थी. वेंडा ने उनके साथ कुछ भी गलत नहीं करा. From her letter they came to know that she did not feel bad for that. Come to the next page. Tears blurred her eyes and she gazed for a long time at the picture. Now see what was her condition. She's sitting alone on her bed, remembering about the behavior which they had done with Vanda and what response Vanda has given through her letter, that she did not feel bad and she offered them dresses also. She was all right. She wished them Christmas greetings. And just remembering her, she had tears in her eyes. Tears blurred her eyes. उसकी आंखें जो थी वो blur हो गई. Blur means धुंधली, misty सी, जैसे कि आंखों में आंसू थे. She was not able to see clearly. And she gazed for a long time at the picture, and continuously for a long time she kept on looking intently, means बहुत ध्यान से. Gaze means very intently, very closely, बहुत ध्यान से वो उस पिक्चर को देखती रही जो उसने ड्राइंग लगाई थी वेंडा की तरफ से. उसको टीचर को रिक्वेस्ट करी गई थी जो उसको देने के लिए. That was. Then hastily she rubbed her eyes and studied it intently. Then very quickly she just got one idea and she rubbed her eyes. आंखों को उसने मला और क्या नोट करती है, she studied it carefully. बड़े ध्यान से उस ड्राइंग को देखती है. क्या नोट कर रही है वो? The colors in the dress were so vivid that she had scarcely noticed the face and head of the drawing. क्या नोट करती है कि उस ड्रेस के कलर इतने विविड थे, इतने क्लियर, बहुत अच्छे से वो कलर, ब्राइट कलर यूज करे हुए थे कि शी हैड स्केर्सली नोटिस्ड, उसने ये चीज नोट ही नहीं करी थी कि उसका फेस और ड्राइंग का जो हेड था वो क्या कैसा नजर आ रहा था. बट इट लुक्ड लाइक हर. मैडी जब उसने बड़े ध्यान से देखा, व्हाट शी फेल्ट कि उस ड्राइंग में जो ड्रेस उसको दी गई थी, दैट वाज ऑफर्ड टू हर, क्या नजर आ रहा था कि फेस और हेड जो था वो ऐसा था जैसे कि उसने मैडी की ही पिक्चर बनाई हो. इट वाज द पोर्ट्रेट ऑफ मैडी ओनली. शी फेल्ट कि उसी उसी से मिलता जुलता चेहरा था, उसी की पोर्ट्रेट बनाई गई थी. इट रियली लुक्ड हर ओन माउथ. देन शी रिकॉग्नाइज्ड कि ये तो बिल्कुल उसी का चेहरा लग रहा था. बट इट रियली लुक्ड हर ओन सेल्फ. क्यों ऐसा लग रहा है उसको? वेंडा हैड रियली ड्रॉन दिस फॉर हर, कि शायद वेंडा ने सचमुच में उसी का चेहरा ड्रॉ किया हो. एक्साइटेडली शी ran over to Peggy's, or she got very excited to know this thing कि whether the drawing which Peggy had got that also had the same face or it was the face of Peggy. So she ran over to Peggy's house. बहुत excited होकर वो पैगी के घर की तरफ भागती है ये देखने के लिए. Peg, she said, let me see your picture. And she asked her to show the picture which she had brought from the school. What is the matter? Asked Peggy. Peggy is not understanding what she wanted. She said, what is the problem? As they clattered up to her room where Vanda's drawing was lying face down on the bed. और जैसे ही क्लटर्ड मीन्स जैसे स्टोन्स के ऊपर, पत्थरों के ऊपर कोई चलता है तो पैरों की आवाज आती है ना, इन द सेम वे एज दे वर गोइंग अपस्टेयर्स, उसके रूम ऊपर होगा, उस रूम में जैसे ही वो क्लेटर्ड अप टू हर रूम, उसके रूम तक भागती हुई तेजी से चलती हैं, पैरों की आवाज सुनाई दे रही है। वेंडा's ड्राइंग वाज लाइंग फेस डाउन ऑन द बेड, उसने उल्टा फेस डाउन करके बेड के ऊपर रखी हुई थी। मेडी केयरफुली रेज्ड इट, मेडी पिक्ड अप दैट पिक्चर एंड वेरी केयरफुली शी लुक्ड एट, look, she drew you. And when she noticed that it was the face of Peggy, that is you, she exclaimed. And the head and face of this picture did not like did look Peggy. Note down the emphatic form. कि पक्का था कि उसके ऊपर हेड और फेस किसका था, वो पैगी का नजर आ रहा था उसको. What did I say? Said Peggy. She must have really liked us anyway. Now again see how she is covering it up. पैगी जो है वो मन से कोई ऐसा महसूस नहीं कर रही, लेकिन अभी भी वो उसको क्या कह रही है, कहती मैंने तेरे को क्या बोला था कि वो सच में हमें लाइक करती थी. शी मस्ट हैव रियली लाइक्ड अस एनीवे. कुछ भी था, कहती वो हमें पसंद करती थी. यस शी मस्ट हैव एग्रीड मैडी, and she blinked away the tears that came every time she thought of Venda standing alone in that sunny spot in the schoolyard, looking stolidly over at the group of laughing girls after she had walked off, after she had said, sure, 100 of them all lined up. See, again, she's remembering Venda, and again the tears come in her eyes. उसकी आंखों में फिर से आंसू आ जाते हैं. जब भी वो वेंडा को याद करती है तो उसकी आंखों में आंसू आ जाते हैं, और वो एग्री कर रही है पैगी के साथ. She says, yes, she must have, that she must have liked us, कि हमें वो पसंद करती थी, तभी उसने हमारे चेहरे, हमारे फेस की ड्राइंग बनाई और प्रॉपर ड्रेस भेजी और टीचर को लिख कर भेजा कि ये स्पेशल ड्रेसेस इनको दे दी जाएं और बाकी जो है बाकी गर्ल्स को दे दी जाएं. And she blinked away the tears. Blinked away here means she just removed, wiped away the tears. अपने आंखों में जो आंसू थे उनको साफ किया. That came every time she thought of Venda standing alone. जब भी वो सोचती थी और उसके सामने वेंडा की पिक्चर आ जाती थी जो कि alone, अकेली वहां खड़ी होती थी. सनी स्पॉट इन द स्कूल यार्ड में, जो कि धूप वाला एरिया था. Looking stolidly means without any feeling, any emotions over at the group of the laughing girls. कोई इमोशन, कोई गुस्से का, इरिटेशन का, कोई वो इमोशंस, कोई फीलिंग्स नहीं दिखाती थी उन सारी गर्ल्स के लिए जो कि ग्रुप में खड़ी उसके ऊपर हंस रही होती. आफ्टर शी हैड वॉकड ऑफ, कि जैसे ही वो चलती वहां से अपना आंसर देकर, तो वो सारी गर्ल्स ऊंचे ऊंचे ठहाके लगाकर हंसने लग जाती. आफ्टर शी हैड सेड श्योर 100 ऑफ देम ऑल लाइंड अप, कि जब वो ये आंसर देकर वहां से चलती तो वो सारी गर्ल्स मजाक में ऊंचे ऊंचे हंसना शुरू कर देती. और उसका चेहरा जो था, that was stolidly means without any emotions and feelings. So in this way, whenever Maddie remembered Venda, she had tears in her eyes. That means she was not able to settle down herself. She was not satisfied with this thing. She wanted to meet her and feel sorry so that she could apologize her. So students, we have finished with the chapter, and